Hi there, Lloyd Machedo. Speaking to you from LloydMachedo.com. Who is Lloyd Machedo and Think Personal Branding? All right. Today's video is going to be rather long. I know. I keep getting this that, like for example, this guy Sheikh who says, "Oh, your videos are great, but one thing, but it's really lengthy at times. Would appreciate if you could cut them a bit short. Okay. See, the thing is, the videos that I give you is all given with tons of content. Yes, I understand that you want shorter videos, but then if I have to make shorter videos, it multiplies the amount of work that I have. So what I tend to do is I put timestamps which are down below in the description. I painfully listen to the whole video, pick up the exact spot where I change the next topic, and I give it to you. So you can either choose the timestamps, number one, or you can go to the settings on YouTube where there is speed up. You know, there's normal speed, there's 0.5 times speed, or there's 50% speed faster, or there's 2 times. So you can watch the video at a faster speed if you want to, cut the video shorter. Or you have another option that is watch later. What I tend to do is I watch a lot of podcasts, I watch a lot of documentaries, whereby they are sometimes 1 hour to 3 hours, and I don't have that kind of time. So I watch these videos later. I save them for later, or I watch them on a fast forward basis. So this is how you can actually watch a video. But please stop asking me to make every topic into a new, upload, or have 10-minute videos where I look at the time and say, oh, 5 more minutes, or 3 more minutes, or 2 more minutes. I like these videos to be a normal conversation, and I like to go one time, because what you don't seem to understand is every video is painfully time consuming. It's painstaking. It's not easy to make these videos. So I try to make separate videos based on topics, that is, if it is necessary. However, for you, please check the timestamp down below. I keep telling you, check the timestamp down below. Choose the topics that you like, or you can fast forward the video by watching it at a speed like 1x, 1.5x, or 2x the speed, or you can save it for later and watch it later. Like Joe Rogan's podcast is 1 hour, some of them are even 3 hours. So I tend to watch bits and pieces for later. So I hope this solves your problem. Please don't ask me to, Loy, can you make your video short? Can you make your video short? Because no matter how many times I answer this, you keep asking me. So the first thing is, this video is going to be rather very long because I have a lot of content to share with you. Now, what is in the content? A lot of expats are talking about going to Canada. Oh, Canada is great. We're going to have a good life there. Life is going to be different. So I thought I would give you research based from Canada. And this information that I'll be giving you from Canada is courtesy a gentleman named Manoj. He is a blogger who has at least 1 million, seriously 1 million subscribers. He is very intelligent. He is a very knowledgeable person who is into banking, finance, investments. So we'll speak more about him later. And he's a Canadian citizen. So he gave me a lot of information about Canada, which I'll be sharing with you in this video. You also have in this video news articles with regards to Expo 2020, flydubai, Dubai properties, restaurants which are there or closing down. Then you also have readers who write to me. This time there are a couple of stories that I think you really need to listen to, because some of them are really surprising and shocking. 2 of them were really shocking that I really think I have to share with you. And then last but not the least, I'll be sharing with you the miscellaneous and fun stuff. So all this will be shared with you in this video of, another episode of Dubai. Now, in terms of Canada, I decided to take news articles from November onwards all the way to Feb. So this is a compiled summary of all the articles or news updates that have been hitting Canada. And most of them are about job losses. So for example, if you see 2008, November 2008, this is thestar.com. It says Bombardier to cut 5,000 jobs and sell its operations. So this whole article states that 5,000 people will be losing their jobs due to plant reconstruction. And many Canadians would be affected by this, and they're doing this to save 250 million annually. Okay, so these are job losses. Another job loss came in 5th December 2008. That is Thomson Reuters to cut 3,200 jobs over the next 2 years, out of which many jobs are in Canada itself, and they would be losing their jobs. 12% of its workforce is going to be reduced, and 30% worldwide. Then you have December 7th, Sydney. I thought Sydney was in Australia, but here it seems there's a place called Sydney, Nova Scotia, Canada. This report is by CBC.ca, that is cbc.ca, where 600 people in Canada lost their jobs because the call center closed down and Servcom declared bankruptcy. Many of them were not paid even 3 weeks' pay. Then you have December 14th, SNC Lavalin, that is an engineering giant. They cut 100 jobs, even though it's a fraction of 8,700 Canadian workforce. But still, you're talking of 100 people who lost their jobs. Then January 17th, 2019, a retailer filed for bankruptcy. This was a children's retailer that had Gymboree and Crazy 8 stores. So they filed for bankruptcy, and even though they operate around 900 retail stores, 49 of them are based in Canada. Sorry, 49 stores, not 49 people. Okay. Then February 1st, you have businessfinancialpost.com. It seems that Toronto is going to have its lowest ever sales in terms of property, and here specifically it's condos. It seems sales are sinking to a new low. It's 50% from 2017 and 74% from a 10-year average. February 1st also shared an Outlook magazine. It seems that the quality of people who are coming to Canada has been reducing drastically, because of which they are offering not so good jobs, not so good salaries, purchasing power is reduced. And the question this topic, this article had is the Canadian economy going for bankruptcy? Which I doubt, I personally doubt, but this was another shocking article that really caught my attention. February 4th, it seems Vancouver is having its sharpest price fall from 2013. It seems that the market is undergoing correction. Then Feb 5th, 2019, it says GM is moving ahead with salaried cut jobs, out of which 4,300 salaried and contractual workers are going to be cut out. I want you to read the article so you get more information. Feb 15th, Cambridge RV maker Irvin Heimer plans to cut down 900 jobs to save money. Earlier in January, they laid off 100 workers, especially senior managers. Feb 19th, Payless is to close 248 Canadian stores. Liquidation is expected. The brand employs 2,400 workers in Canada, and 248 stores are closing down. HBC is shutting down 37 Outfitter stores. That is the report by cbc.ca. 21st February 2019. In multiple locations, they have 700 employees. 21st February once again. Ancana confirms layoff, and people would be losing jobs. And 21st February, that is, even though it seems that this online, they had an online presence, this company, I can't get the company's name. It seems, it is a sister publication of Styles at Home, Canadian Living, and Elle Canada. Even though they had an increased number of, let's say, viewers and online engagement, they still are losing money because print media is affected. Now, I know that I gave you a summary of all the bad news that is happening there. The reason for this is, in case you're moving to Canada thinking Canada is paradise, everything is great, there are challenges that Canada faces. So do not assume that Canada is, yay, paradise, and everything is happy there. Okay? So this was news updates from Canada. And I would like to give a special shout out to Manoj Nathani. I hope I got his name, Manoj Nathani. He gets people from all across the globe who read his articles about the Middle East. His profile is he's an investment banker. If you're looking for investments, if you're looking to buy or sell stuff. He's very intelligent. He has a portfolio of clients based all across the globe. So he has been writing this blog, and he gets people from around the world reading his blog. I would highly recommend. I'll put the link below, and this is his blog. He's the one who predicted the crisis in Dubai in mid 2015, and his investors were saved a lot of money. He predicted the Black Swan event, just like Nassim Taleb stated. So I would suggest you go to his blog, check it out, get in touch with him. He's a wonderful human being. I'm in touch with him. He shares articles with me. This Canadian article is courtesy him. All right, coming now to the news that is based in Dubai. Okay, these are a couple of the updates that I want to give you. The first one is, which I received from, thanks to my viewers. I got this nice little LinkedIn video. If you actually watch the video, you would see that His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Zayed visiting the Expo 2020 site. And as you can see, there are a lot of dignitaries, a lot of VIPs who are coming there. A lot of the street performers are performing and showing them the culture of their country. So this is a kind of positive PR, and it also gives you the updates which are happening, the progress that is taking place. However, nothing was actually shown in this video apart from a few photographs, few people dancing and showing their culture. We got New Zealand, we got, very tribal kind of performances. So there's nothing much happening here that I can say, apart from the fact that there is this hashtag which is Hayakum 2020. So if anyone can brief me on what that is, it would be great. So this was an Expo, LinkedIn Expo 2020 update. Now, coming next is by phys.org, 20th February 2019. It says Dubai Budget Airlines, flydubai loses 43.5 million US dollars. So that's not very good news. The reason for this is mounting cost, political tensions, increasing fuel cost, rising interest rate, unfavorable currency exchange. These were some of the reasons given by flyduba's chief financial officer, Francois Obholzer. I hope I got that name right. Okay, it seems that in November, Dubai-based Emiratis Airlines had its profits fall by 86% due to high crude prices, which I find rather shocking because UAE has oil and the government is supporting. So how can you lose 86% unless you did something really stupid? That is, like for example, buy 46 or 100 aircrafts, expecting you to double, triple growth digits numbers every year. Okay, then you have Abu Dhabi's Air Arabia that posted a $1.5 billion loss. Etihad reported $1.52 billion loss. You had Air Arabia also have wonderful losses. And if that was not bad enough, you had Qatar, which says that they suffered 69 million US dollars loss from April to March due to the Saudi UAE-led boycott. So, when they had unity, they were doing very well. Now they have their egos fighting with each other and they're losing money. Common news, which I want to share with you. This is from S&P. I think S&P warns that you're going to lose much more value of the property decline. They gave this really sad looking graph that goes down, 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 and is sinking even further. As per this article, it says, given the continued gap between supply and demand in our base, we can expect prices to fall down 5 to 10% in 2019, gradual stabilization in 2020, but a recovery only in 2021. S&P analyst Sapna Jaktiani said in the report. So Expo 2020, it seems, is not going to be a game changer as per this article. If I read what they wrote, they said the grim outlook suggests the World Expo in Dubai won't be a game changer for its ailing real estate. Hussein Sajwani, chairman of the local developer Debac Properties, lost half its value and is not expecting any recovery before the end of Expo 2020. So, they are telling you the truth here, at least finally for once. Then you have Emaar flash sale. Emaar, Arabian Business reports 19th February. They are giving you a 72-hour flash sale on its hotels and 25% off if you book I think rooms that is downtown Dubai, address hotel, address Montgomery, address Dubai Marina, Vida Hotels and Resorts. I don't know if they are selling the hotels or the properties or they're just giving the room rents, but this was a flash sale. When do you give a flash sale? When the market is bad. Yes, that's what we all know. Here is a report on the UAE restaurants that have closed down in 2018 from Mashable. This one is from Nairuz Gerfal, who is a Dubai-based restaurant review and blogger who gives Insta stories about more than 90 restaurants that have closed shop. I would recommend you visit, Instagram, that is @Nair, Nairuzg. Okay, he gives some of the top names is 360 Degrees Lounge near Burj Al Arab, Jodhpur, where it was once impossible to get a reservation, Salmon Elephants, Fort Nam and Mason near Burj Khalifa, China Grill near JBR. I don't know none of these outlets because I was a simple guy, poor guy who never went to these expensive outlets. And then he gives more than another 44 names, which I don't want to take the names of all of them, but I'll give you a screenshot. These are the 44 names of the restaurants that have closed down. The next one is, this one I found pretty interesting. It's a YouTube channel. It's My Dubai, My City. Normally they give garbage over here, which I don't like. But this one video I really liked. It seems that this gentleman, Dheeraj Bhatia, who's a debt management consultant, he gives this shocking revelation that the interest on credit cards in Dubai, in UAE, is 3% per annum. That is 36% per month. If you factor in 5% minimum that you have to pay minimum, the actual amount is you're paying 60% annually for every amount that you take. That means if you take 100, you'll be paying 60 dirhams as interest annually every year until you close the credit card. So what he says is this is the highest in the world. When he was asked in the video, in comparison to which country, he says in comparison to USA, UK, Europe, all the countries, UAE is the highest. In UK and USA, you pay 13%. In UAE, you pay 60%, whereas 13%, whereas 60%. So how he says one of the solutions is convert your card to a loan, consolidate all the loans, all the cards together, make a single loan, and pay it off as quickly as possible. The only thing that I found irritating about this video is that female accent. Oh, how would you consolidate all together? I don't know why people put a fucking accent. You're a bloody Indian, sound like a fucking Indian, like me. I sound like a South Indian, so that's what I am. Anyway, so he says that in the video, one more thing which he said is you need to have 3 months savings. I would say that you need to have 2 years savings in order to make your life sustainable. So anyway, watch this video, really worthwhile video to watch, okay? The next one is this news from Gulf News. It seems 3,310 Emiratis got waived off their loans for 361 million. Now, the debt settlement cleared off these loans in cooperation with 13 banks. Jaber Mohammed Ghanem Al-Suwaidi, who is the General Director of the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi and Chairman of the Supreme Committee of the Debt Settlement Fund, said UAE's leadership keenness to ensure a decent life for Emiratis with the highest possible social stability, and it coincided with the year of tolerance. I consider this fucking stupid. Why? Because you have Emiratis, forget Emiratis, you have individuals who cannot manage their own expenses, who spend on unnecessary stuff, shopping, booze, alcohol, women, vacations, not their need, on their greed. That is why you have Emiratis have 10, 20 cars, you have loans. Let them suffer. When it pains them, they will learn to discipline themselves. Every time you waive off their fucking loans to say, year of tolerance, oh, we support the citizens, you are spoiling them and they will never learn, they will never fucking grow. I can challenge you on this. They will get back to the fucking loans and you will be forever there to wipe their asses. And that's shameful. Instead of making these people grow, you are pampering them and spoiling them. This is not how people grow, you know. It's shameful. I consider this wrong. If they have spent money, let them painfully work to pay the money back. And you're doing this for Emiratis, simple, because you want citizens to support you. You don't want any uprising. It's but obvious, okay? But I'm not trying to say that yes, I am trying to say that this is wrong because you need to make them suffer, and that is how they'll grow. They need to take responsibility for their actions. But anyway, this is your money. This is your country. Run it the way you like. All right. The next piece of news that I want to share with you is how the UAE media sometimes doesn't know what the fuck it's talking. They pull out statistics and numbers from their ass just to fool people. Here's one example for you. Now, this information was shared to me by one of my dedicated readers and viewers and followers. I want to give him a special thanks. He doesn't like his name to be known, but very intelligent guy. Okay, so he shared this wonderful observation with me. Now, I'm giving you with links, so check it out. The first one, national newspaper, says in 7th September. On 7th September, they says 532,000 business licenses were issued in UAE. Okay, out of which they are saying in this report, the new licenses from January to September is 249,000. 249,000 is up here. In October, Gulf News and Khaleej Time says, yes, we also had new licenses in UAE from the same report. And, when you're moving from September to October, it should increase, right? So 249,000 was what national newspaper said. Gulf News and Khaleej Time say it's 204,000. So what happened to 45,000 licenses? They vanished. So you have 249,000 licenses stated by national paper. You have 204,319 stated by Gulf News. So there's a difference of 45,000. Okay. And if that was not stupid enough, you have Arabian Business that comes out in January and says, hey guys, we did wonderful numbers. We did. It's 248,000. So you have 249,000 from January to September, which goes down to 204,000 as per Khaleej Times and Gulf News. And then you have Arabian Business that says, no, now it's gone back up. It's 248. So which one is right? 249,000 or 204,000 or 248,000? The problem is you have such stupidity in these papers. They don't know what the fuck they're talking. So that is why their credibility goes out of the fucking window. Now, you have readers who write to me. You have this reader who's American, who is a gentleman from the United States, who was earning a wonderful salary of 100,000 US dollars in UAE as a blockchain expert. Now, this is what he wrote to me. In a nutshell, he says, Lloyd, I read about Dubai. I came down in 2017. I wish I had watched your videos beforehand because I didn't know anything about Dubai. I joined this blockchain company, which is Block Gemini Technologies. He gave me the website. Looks like a fancy company. I agreed to work for a low salary. 100,000 is low. Well, okay. Maybe for a cryptocurrency blockchain expert, I guess it must be low. But anyway, 100,000 is not a bad salary, but for him it is low. So I agreed to work for a low salary, and I got conned into taking stock options. Stock options is fucking worthless. It works maybe in US. In the Middle East, stock options is like tissue paper to wipe your ass, which is already dirty, so it's useless. So it seems that this company was actually a software sweatshop, and it's run by two Canadians. They don't hire Emiratis, they hire Asians, and they are considered blockchain slaves. I was terminated in December of 2018. They employ people from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Philippines. They're treated like slaves. Their passport is taken, the unpaid salaries for 6 months. And he was also talking unpaid salaries. I don't know whether he's talking about the same company or some other company. And he was also talking about 50 degrees weather outside. My response to this is people should know what they're getting into. They should do enough and more research. This is how the Middle East works. So if they don't know, shame on them. And the people who are taking advantage, well, they are being smart. And he says that there is a court system that makes it impossible to file any claims against the employer. Well, welcome to the Middle East. So he said Dubai was just too racist, too segregated, and taking the passport was something I couldn't stand. So he calls UAE as such as a country that they treat you like slaves, and that is why he's left and never coming back. So this was a letter from a reader in the United States who had come down to UAE. Personally, I just look at it as, I don't know, maybe he was expecting it to be a perfect country, which is not. UAE does have its merits, and it's not perfect, but UAE is much better than countries like Saudi, Kuwait. Trust me when I say this, it is much better. Okay, not the best, but much better. The next one is, this is a reader who gave me information on the new credit bureau policy that is there in UAE. He said, I just wanted you to know through Etihad Bureau Department, all financial transactions are now being monitored by the central bank and government. All credit cards, documents, passport, visa, Emirates ID, health card, SIM card, tenancy contract, car registration, parking permit renewals, traffic fines, everything is now being monitored centrally. So every person has a digital file. So when you're applying for a visa, setting up a company, or if you're caught, they have all your information in a single place. I feel this is very necessary and this is very good. This is very good. Dubai, very good. Finally, you're doing which all other countries do. So you have a central system where all this information is there. So you can verify and figure out whether I should issue this guy a credit card or a loan. So it seems if you lose your job within a few months, banks will start hunting you down. Please do not take a credit card. Like I told you in the video before, you will be paying 60% annually, which is the highest in the world, with the hidden charges and all that bullshit. And it seems that is why when you travel, you'll get stopped at the airport. Even if you're a businessman and you don't renew your trade license, you'll be paid a penalty. And he signed off by saying, thank you, your mentor, in a bracket, not your mentor, Lloyd. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Your Mentor. Appreciate it. Another reader sent me this message. She received a message stating that her ATM was blocked. When she called the number, this Pakistani guy told her to give the account number and bank details. Ha ha ha. Why should you give? If anyone called me like that, I would say, yeah, tell me more about yourself. I'll just play them around. Instead of my bank details, I'll give 999666. Keep pissing them off. Saying, Lloyd, the WhatsApps look so realistic. They even had the logo of the government. Sweetheart, you can get the fucking logo of the government or the Sheikh or anybody. You can even get my photograph online. Don't just fall for a logo that you see online. The number itself was revealed there. So please complain to the police about this. A reader happened to share with me photographs of a mall. And he said, Lloyd, which mall do you think this is? It was pretty obvious. The mall was, wait, let me just share with you new uploads. The mall was this one. What is the fucking name? Yeah, Mirdiff City Center. And it was very obvious that, these photographs are taken on from there. Now, what I tell people is the problem with having such malls is they are empty most of the time. And it doesn't make any sense of having all these malls. But people keep saying, no, Lloyd, I couldn't get any place to sit. There was so much rush. Well, this is a photograph on Friday during its peak, taken by a very credible source. So I challenge you to prove me wrong and tell me, no, this is not the mall. Okay. Next one is this report was rather shocking. This was an email of a young man from Pakistan who has a Pakistani passport. He said he studied in Arun English High School. He was born and raised in Dubai. His father was a doctor. Mother worked in Emirates Airlines. And he worked for 15 years in a hospital. I don't want to give the other details. But it seems one fine day, he got a call from the police and he had to go and visit them. When he went there, he was asked to go to the CID main branch. Once he reached the CID main branch, he was informed by a mudir or inspector with 3 stars. That's a bigger position. He said that, is your name XYZ? He said, yeah, it is. He's saying, you're in the prostitution business. And he told them that, sorry, I think you got the wrong guy. So he said, oh, maybe we made a mistake. Okay, fine. Put your stamp, finger details. They took his thumbprint, took his signature, took his photographs, everything else. And they informed him that he was going to go home. Instead, after taking his photograph, thumbprints, photographs of his face, everything else, it seemed that he was put back in prison. Next day, he was taken to Abu Dhabi. Following that, he was informed that he would be deported to Pakistan, given an out pass. And he wanted to book a lawyer, but he was given no such privilege. And he was kept in prison for nearly 6 months. It seems no access to any judge, no access to court. And he had his home, his car, his bank. He had investment in national bonds. He was crying day and night. He finally decided it was no point waiting for 6 months in jail. He said, fine, you can deport me. They gave him an out pass. They sent him back. His credit card, loans, everything else is still in Dubai. He has never been able to go back. It seems the term for this is Ibad-e-Idari. Okay, it's an Arabic term. It's Ibad-e-Idari. So it seems that once they catch you with this, they can deport you. They normally catch people who are washing cars, who they consider is blacklisted, and they can deport you for no reason at all. And once you get into this, it's very hard to get out. So, I asked him, like, why exactly did this happen? Why exactly? So he told me one of the reasons that he could suspect is he used to go to many of these dance bars to where these women were. I suspect, he didn't tell me this, but I suspect he was also, having sex with prostitutes or whatever. Or maybe he had girlfriends who had dancers. Maybe. I'm just assuming. This is me assuming. He had a girlfriend who maybe a local guy also had one. And he got jealous. Oh, he's trying to smile at my girl who's dancing. Oh, he's trying to show off. Maybe the guy showed off. Maybe he was showing, I have too much money. Fuck you. What will you do? So one of the locals said, fuck me. Well, I'm going to show you. Fuck you. I'm local. Local. That's what they do. And they eventually fucked him. And he lost everything and he got banklisted. So check it out with Arab guys. It seems it's called Idari. Okay. That is the Arabic terminology. And you can only be forgiven if you take up, it's called ishtiram or sympathy, if you get ishtiram or sympathy. But he didn't want any of this because what if they blacklist him again? So now he has lost everything, his house, his car, whatever stuff he purchased, his friends, everything. Born and raised in Dubai and lost everything. Well, this is the problem of being an expat in UAE, which I keep telling you. Next one is, I got plenty of readers who wrote to me about, remember I asked you about that that portrait in the sand, which they're doing. What is this? Why Emiratis are doing this? Why Sheikh Mohammed tweeted this video? It seems that the sand portrait is of the Emir of Kuwait, Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmad Al-Jaber Al-Sabah, which is the 58th National Day, which will fall on Monday, February 25th. One of them even told me, hey, Lloyd, this is not strange, okay? This is the Sheikh in the sand. Many of them responded. One of them said, Lloyd, the picture on the sand, as you mentioned, is the biggest sand drawing in the world, dedicated to the ruler of Sheikh of Kuwait. Is a poem dedicated. GR said this. Then you have another guy who also stated, this is not a strange video, Lloyd. It is a tribute to the Kuwaiti government. Angela Farid, she said that. Then you have Universal Matter, who said, this is a sand portrait. Thank you very much, Universal Matter. Then you get another guy who's Astrid, who said, the video is in the desert. Public relations video for the year of tolerance related to Expo 2020 as well. Then you have Leroy Meridian, who says it's a tribute to the Sheikh of Sabah. Saw this on 24/7 Emirates. And he also told me about the debt of national locals, Leroy Meridian. And finally, you have Aniket Madhawk, who said that Instagram is the Kuwaiti king, and Matthew Kavur, who said the photo in the desert is the Amir of Kuwait. I hope I got that right. And it seems it's the largest portrait according to Khalid Sham. So only thing is, it's a waste of resources because sand, portrait in the sand, it's going to vanish. What's the point? Anyway, it's up there. I got this reader who sent me a video of 300 cars being set on fire, barbecue in Bangalore. Bangalore likes to barbecue cars. It seems 300 cars caught fire. Then I checked Gulf News that says fire at government-run air show. Boo-hoo-hoo. It's terrible. Why doesn't India do something worthwhile to prevent this? Why? It's a shame. Anyway, imagine people who bought brand new cars, they lost it. I hope they have insurance. Then this video I highly recommend for you to watch. It's India's Silicon Valley, which has now become the suicide capital. Do watch it to have an understanding of how stress is actually killing. Even though the video is dated 27th January 2014, I really found it having very strong content because today's generation suffers from this. I get many youngsters from India who write to me, I'm going to suicide and all that. I tell them I'm not a counselor. I approach a counselor. Okay. The next one is India's paranoia with Pakistan. And it's sad. It's sad that even though you have just a bakery with a name, that is Karachi Bakery, just because it has this name, people are going all hyper about it. This bakery was there from 1953 in a post that was sent to everyone, dear patrons. We'd like to clarify that Karachi Bakery was founded by Sri Kanchand Ramani, who was migrated during India during partition, was established in 1953. It is based out of Hyderabad, Telangana, India. it's popular with these products. It has nothing got to do with Pakistan. I mean, it seems that people wanted to burn it, destroy it, and it's so sad. Okay, another viewer sent me this link of this YouTube video, a short video, very short, which is 30,000 sex workers are there in UAE, and they position women as suffering. Yes, there are women who do suffer. I have met some of them. And yes, I do know some really big guys in big positions who supply women to really big guys. Don't want to give names here. But this is a necessary evil that there is. You can't stop it. It happens all across the globe. So, and my view is, as long as there are outlets for people to vent out their sexual frustrations, crimes against children and other family members will reduce. But the sad fact is, here you have forcibly young women who have to undergo this atrocity. Last but not the least, you have a blogger who shares the dark side of Dubai. This is an old article, 20th July 2017, where this blogger shares her experience about Dubai, where she thought it was all wonderful with big buildings and the glamour and the glitz, but then she found about Sonapur and the workers who are suffering, and it's a typical story that people talk about. So guys, this is a rundown summary of my videos, all the articles, letters, and everything that you've sent. I hope this has added some value to you. Put down your comments. I always read them. Like the video if you like. Don't like it, put a thumbs down. Good, bad, ugly, share your comments as always. And if you'd like to support the channel and donate some amount of money, I'm always happy to receive it. Details are put down below. This is me signing off for now. Thank you very much for your emails, your messages. Keep sending them. My details are given down below. This is me signing off. Take care.